What's up, y'all? Keith Dykes here with W.K.D Construction, and welcome to my channel. On today's video, we are here at the Melton Farm Project, and we are going to rough in for a freestanding tub, which this house is slab on grade. So when we poured the concrete slab for the house, we formed it up just a 2x2 square to where a void in the concrete to where we can access the plumbing later, which is now when we're ready to hook up the tubs, showers, all that good stuff. We can just go back in, dig out a little gravel, and put our P-traps in and rough everything in. The best, absolute best way to rough in for an island tub or a freestanding tub is using this product right here, man. This is the OS&B Island Tub Drain. There will be a link where you can order this dude right off the video. But man, it is probably it's got to be the best plumbing fitting in a long time that they've come out with, and it's just a very easy install and very user friendly, and it makes a very secure, watertight joint without the hassle of trying to get under the tub and hook something up. Especially, you know, like I said, we're on a slab, you don't have access to it. So the OS&B Island Tub Drain Kit, man, it is freaking the cat's beggar, because I have installed one on a previous job at the pool house. We did install it, and it worked flawlessly. So we will rough in the Island Tub Drain Kit, and then we will also rough in for the wall mount faucet. So if you have a project coming up where you're going to do a freestanding tub with a wall mounted faucet, then this is your video. This is it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna quit talking and we'll get to it. Here is the OS&B Island Tub Drain. Man, this thing is probably one of the best plumbing fittings that's been invented in a long time. But that's it. That is your fitting. It's 2-inch fitting, PVC. You can look on the link. I'll have a link where you can buy this directly, and you will love it. So in the package, of course, you get the fitting. This is pressure testable. You can actually put air pressure on this. I don't remember exactly what it is up to, but to make sure your drain fittings are properly sealed, you can pressure test this, and then once you install it, the tailpiece, you pull that little plug out. But then you get a brass tailpiece that comes with it, and you stick on the bottom of your tub and you slide it down. But what I think is so great about it, most of the tubs come with a little chintzy little plastic drain, and it's just crap. You use that, you can put it on the tub and slide it down in through the fitting, and your tub will basically, I mean, if you kicked it, it's not going to move. Of course, you're going to silicone it, put a light bead of silicone around the bottom of the tub and mount it to the tile. But man, it just makes it so much easier for install. You're not having to worry. You can go ahead, set it outside, put everything on, and water test your tub before you actually put it into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because it's badass. It's a badass fitting. We are going to rough in the wall-mounted tub faucet as well. So before you actually can hook up your drain, you need to know what kind of wall faucet or whatever. If you're going to do the floor-mounted faucet, that's fine too. But with the wall-mounted faucet, there are different length spouts. So that is a determining factor of where your drain needs to come up into the tub, through the concrete. This is a center drain tub. I like those, kind of easiest. It's easiest to center, you know, make sure it's right. This is our faucet, wall-mounted faucet. I can't remember, Pelham and White is the brand. But I need to be, from the finished wall, I need to be about 7 inches to the edge of the tub. And then my tub is 29 inches, so that gives me, what, a difference of 21 and a half, I think is what it is, what I need to be to the center of my drain. my plumbing that's coming out of the concrete into my OS&B Island Tub Drain fitting. Well, here's my rough end opening that I had in the concrete. And we just stubbed it into that opening. That way, once we get to this point, we can install the P-trap and tie it into the tub wherever we need to. Except this case, our plumbing was a little too right on. It was too close to the center. So now I had to dig out all the way down to the main, and I'm gonna have to cut that fitting and put a couple 90s on there to get it where I can get the P-trap centered up between here and here. But as you can see, that's like right on. So I got to back up and punt. I love this clean wash gravel for fill because you don't have to pack it, but it is a pain in the ass if you got to dig in it. Because man, I've dug, look at that, 3 buckets worth out, and it's just hard. Every time you dig, it falls down. Well, I got my plumbing all just kind of dry fitted in there. I'll mark it up, take it apart, and glue it back solid. I just put this in, so it'll be set flush with the concrete, and then once you tile or whatever you're gonna do, you just go over the top and leave this center part exposed. Very, very easy install, and like I said, it's an awesome fitting. Well, you can see my plumbing here, they just kind of notched it, which is fine. It's no big deal because I am going to be installing a tile splash on the back side of this tub, so the drywall does not matter. And at the time we did not have the tub faucet picked out yet, so I just tied these together to make everything so I could test all of my plumbing. All my fittings inside the wall will be, they are tested, so everything is pressure tested live with water. So we'll be able to cover that up and not be an issue, because we're going to have to cut out some more drywall anyhow and mount the faucet up top here. So we'll get it. No big deal. Side there. So I'll get all this glued up, and we'll get it plumb and stick it back into the hole there. And my glue of choice when I do rough plumbing, that's going to be hidden, is the Rain or Shine blue, just because it's easier. I know what's been glued. Use clear. Sometimes you can't see what's been glued, especially you're roughing in a whole house. So I've always used the Rain or Shine blue, and you can definitely tell what's glued and what's not. Just a very slight fall. Before I glue this fitting on, you see in there, it's like a triple layer O-ring. That thing's like an inch thick, 3 ribs on it, so it seals around the tailpiece, the brass tailpiece, 3 times, and it is a a non-mechanical fitting that you don't have to mess with. That's what's so good about this in a slab. If you have a subfloor, it might be a little easier unless you're on a second story. It'd be a little different situation, but if you can get into a crawl space and hook up your drain, you can probably do it without this. But this is ideal for a slab situation, because you cannot, once everything's done, tiles in, you can't get back there to fix anything. So or when you put the tub on, you can't adjust it. So this, you don't need nothing. You just simply put the fitting in and slide the tub right on top of it, and it's a watertight fitting. So before I glue it, I'm going to check it. 21.5, 37 1/4. I'm gonna grab my pencil. Pencil wherever it's at, and I'll mark. Ow, jeez. Ooh, tough. Mark that right there. So that is pretty good. Right flush with the concrete. Beautiful. I get a fan in here, it's hot. So I've got the fitting installed, glued in, and now I'm gonna have to take all that gravel and put it back into the hole. Then I'll probably go get some sand, put it on top, and then I'll pour a little concrete, maybe about 2 inches thick. No, I'm not going to do no 4-inch, 4.5 inch thick. I'll just do probably just a little 2-inch layer of Sackcrete. That way it will just seal off that moisture that's coming up and from the footing, or from the underneath the house, and then the concrete, the Sackcrete, will give my tile something that I can bond to. So I got my sand. I have my sand in there. Like I said, kept about 2 inches left below the top of the concrete. Do a little tamping, just to kind of compact it a little bit, no big deal. That's it. We will mix up some Sackcrete and pour it in there and let it set up. There it is. We are ready just to let it set up and we will start working on the wall-mounted tub faucet. Now we are going to rough in the tub faucet, and I just took a big square of drywall, squared it, plumbed it, leveled it. We'll just cut that out. And I can put some blocking in there, do my drop ears, tie in my plumbing, and then I'll just sneak that piece back onto there, and we'll cover it up with tile. So here is my drop ear that I want to use to mount to my blocking, and then a brass nipple is a 2-inch nipple. So by the time everything's said and done, by the instructions on the faucet, I'm supposed to have 3/8 to a 1/2 inch of this nipple hanging out past the tile, your finished wall, which in this case is going to be tile. So I need to set my blocking back 1 5/8 inches, and that should give me just the right amount of thread sticking past our tile. So I got this back, and I think I'm gonna have to notch that dang stud because I think it's gonna hit right there. So, son of a gun. My faucet has a 8-inch spread, so fine center, 8 inches, 4 inches on each side. And then I just cut it up this high for my block, so my faucet's actually, center of my faucet's going to be here. My faucet spout will be kind of in the window just a little bit, not very much. But I think that looks the best. I took the tub, kind of set the faucet against the back side of it. Faucet manufacturer suggests 2 inches above the tub. I think I'm doing about 4. I think it looked a little better, a little too tight with the handles and stuff at 2 inches, so I moved it up to about 4 inches. So I think it just looks aesthetically better. Now to notch that darn stud so I can get my stub out right there, right on the stud. What are the chances? I'm gonna go ahead and try to kind of mount it on there, so that way I can get a nice flat fit. Then I can make sure it's plumb as well. Hair high. Hair low. Oh, I'll get it saved. Alright, so I got that mounted. It's level. Ready to go, and it's just right there at it. Kind of had to kick my drop L's a little crooked. I was going to do this one where I could just run it into there, and then this one I had to match because it's got these offset 90s. So I was afraid if I didn't make them the same, then by the time I tightened the 90s on there, they wouldn't line up very good. So that's what I did. I offset them just a little bit. Well, turned the water on, did a pressure test, and it leaked. One of my 3/4 inch clamps didn't seat or something. I don't know what the hell it did, but anyway, it was leaking there. So I cut it off and redid it, repiped it. It's not the best looking PEX. I don't really like to leave it like that, but with a 3/4 and the way I had to kick these out to the side, I just did what I did. So, it kind of, I don't really like it, but it is what it is. It'll keep everything dry. I'll turn it on and cross my fingers and hope everything holds this time. Yep. Got the water on. I don't see anything, so. I will keep the main, I'll pressurize everything, turn the main off tonight while we're gone. I usually do that when I pressurize the system. I will turn the main off. That way, if something did leak, if something wasn't right and it did blow off or something, I mean, you're going to get messy. It's going to get water in there, but it's not going to be a constant, you ain't going to have 4,000 gallons when you get here in the morning. So be sure whenever you pressure test and you leave the first night, turn your main off, then come back, turn it back on in the morning. And then if it works all day, the next day, you should be good to go. We'll do a quick once over, show you again. Got the concrete poured, we got all the plumbing roughed in, got the little protective cap on there, and of course my wall mounted tub faucet it's holding up, it's dry. I don't see any water, so we'll let that set overnight and we'll be good to go. I'll be able to cover it. I'll go ahead and put the drywall back on there tomorrow and just kind of temporary it up there for right now. So stay tuned and we will get to the point where we install the tub and the wall faucet. So I will, once we get to that point, I will make another video of how to install it, finish it out, hook up the plumbing, and turn on the water, and you'll be ready to take a bath. All right, y'all, that was it. That was my video on how to rough in for a freestanding tub by using the OS&B Island Tub Drain Kit and a wall-mounted faucet. Once again, I am Keith Dykes. This was how to rough in for a freestanding tub. Thanks for watching, and you know what's coming. Got it, coach. Y'all have a good day.